Well, good morning all. Well, Jeff and I are back up in the hydraulic pit on the big treasure hunt. Now, get you caught up. We started detecting already, looking for the piece of conglomerate, and we found, I don't know how many nails.
Eight nails.
But had another target we figured was a nail, kept digging, kept getting louder, and we got quite a hole dug, and it turns out it looks like it's another painted can. Now, the last time we were here, I found a painted can with gold in it, and this looks pretty close to the last one. So I thought, well, I better do the intro and get you caught up, and let's run up there and finish digging this can up. Okay, I don't know how well it's showing it, but here's the can, and you can see right here, it looks like it's been painted, except this one's green. Okay, well, we're going to dig this thing up. This may not be good because this can, I think this is the bottom, and it's in upside down where my other can was in there right side up. Okay, well, we'll keep digging, see if we can get her out of there. Okay. Oh, it's got a top and a bottom. And it's painted blue just like the other can. Okay, well, we got the can out. The material that's in it looks like the same sandy dirt that's around it, where the other one had gravel in it. But right now, I think we're going to set this aside, and when we break for lunch, go back to the truck. We've got water at the truck. We'll clean this up and take a look. You never know. Jeff right now, he's up there metal detecting the spot where this came out of to see if this was hiding any pieces of gold. Okay, well, we're going to get back to what we came here for, see if we can find our piece of conglomerate. This area is pretty much the same area we had our packs where we set them now, so we're going to move our stuff out of the way, see if we can find that piece.
I found it.
Well, after finding a bunch of nails, Jeff just seen it sitting on the ground. Okay, now the question is, should we try to break this up here or should we try to get it home again? We're going to lose it again. Jeff and I were just talking, and we think at this point, as much as we want to kind of hang in here and look for, see if we can find some more gold, we're going to head on out, see if we can find that silver, because it's out in the open. So we're figuring we probably ought to do that while it's cool in the morning. So we're going to pack everything up again.
That way.
Head south, I think it is.
Well, wherever that way is.
See if we can find some silver. We're at the silver, well, we're not at the silver spot. We're in the area, because right down here where Jeff is, he found the shovel, which is our marker, and then up this direction, up in this draw, up through here, I'm pretty sure that's where the silver is, or where I found the silver pieces. So we're going to get set up and just start detecting, and hopefully we can find a little bit of gold when we're working our way into where the silver is. I'm pretty sure this was the spot, because I remember the ground was burnt, which this is, and I remember I found pieces of glass in here, and there's pieces of glass all over in here. So I'm pretty sure this is the spot. Now, one thing that I wanted to mention in my last video, and I forgot, is in my pack, I keep all my tools in a leather bag, or a canvas bag that I made. And the point of this is two reasons. Number one, to keep from wearing a hole in the bottom of my backpack so quick. And secondly, like last time we were up here, I needed a sample bag. Well, I got one. So it's a good idea, you know, if you got got a sewing machine, you know, make a bag and put your tools in it. That way you always have a sample bag whenever you're out. And then one more thing I wanted to cover real quick is, in my last video I talked about the heavy rocks, but I never really explained why I look for those heavy rocks. And it's a simple matter of the heavies travel together in a river. Same thing if you're in a river that's running in a modern river. If you're finding lead, you're in the right place because the heavies travel together. Well, the same thing in the ancient channels is you had spots in this channel where the big heavy rocks are and where the lighter gravel and sand is. Well, you want to be in where the big heavy rocks are, because that's where your larger pieces of gold that your metal detector can pick up. You know, I'm sure there's plenty of gold in that lighter stuff, but it's too small for the metal detector to pick up. So your odds are better if you stay in the areas with the heavy gravel. Okay, well that covers that. I'm going to get this thing set up. Let's see if we can find a target or two here. Now I just found the top and the bottom of an old bottle, and this was a brandy bottle. This was pretty standard issue in the mining camps because it was like the cheapest alcohol you could buy then. And looking at the top, it's a tooled top, but it's not pounded at all at the bottom. I would say this bottle's 1880s area. That would be my guess, 1870 to 1890. And there goes the neighborhood. Well, I made it louder. Check this one. Check that one. That's a nail. I turned the camera off because all we were finding was pieces of iron. But I just dug up an Indian head penny. And the date on it, you can read the date. The penny is actually in really good shape. And the date on it is 1864. Let me show you. There's the front side. And there's the back side. Looks to be in pretty good shape. The front side looks really good, but the back side, I think this was the side that was up when it burnt, because the back side looks burnt. It's black. But the coin itself, I think this was pretty much a new coin when it was dropped, or fairly new. Okay, well, we're going to get back at it. Jeff just scored the first piece of gold. So as soon as he digs that thing up, we'll take a look at it. Here's that piece of gold that Jeff found. A nice little piece of gold. Well, I'm taking a water break while Jeff's checking his spot. Targets are few and far in between here. I did just find a 22 casing, but gonna have to widen the search a little more. But the pieces of silver, they're still eluding us. It is really, really hot. We're both hungry. We've been rolling rocks and detecting and nothing. So we're deeming this spot done until it gets cooler anyway. We're gonna head back to the other spot, but on the way over here, we passed some bedrock that I've never seen before. So on the way back for lunch, I'm gonna stop there and give that a quick look-see. And if we find anything there, I'll turn the camera. If not, we'll see you back at the other spot. Well, we just finished lunch, and yeah, I lied to you. On the way back, stopped and checked that bedrock, and I did find a little piece of gold, but I was too hot, too thirsty, too hungry to set the camera up. So we're just formulating a plan, and in the shade it is beautiful today. So we're figuring probably most of the gold's going to be in the shade today. So
Yeah, the rest of it is.
and we're going to head on out this way and just look at some new areas, see what we can come up with. Let me show you this piece of gold. Well, there's that piece of gold and a darn near perfect boot tack that I found. Well, I just took a scouting trip, went around over this area over here and see if I can find any decent looking gravel. And gravel's all too light over in this area. Jeff headed on to where we ended our day the last time we were here. That area has some beautiful gravel in it. It has some nice heavy gravel. But when I was scouting, I seen a couple of areas that look like they may be old cabin sites. So before I head over where Jeff is, I thought we'd run over, take the detector and the rake, and just run over and check real quick and see if they were old cabin sites. Okay, let's get going because we can't leave Jeff by himself too long. He may find some gold. This is the area here, and what I look for is it's fairly flat, but there's no growth at all in this area. And usually if somebody's here for a lot of years, they pack the ground, you know, by walking on it and everything else. They pack it pretty good. They sweep it, they keep it clean, and makes it really hard for plant life to get going again. This is probably the worst detector to use for this. This is designed to find really small targets. We need something to ignore the really small targets. But I got it set on number 1, its lowest setting. So it should eliminate hopefully a lot of the real fine targets. And we're just gonna hold it off the ground just so we can go for the bigger stuff. See if we can turn the thing up. Well, this is definitely a campsite because there's targets everywhere. So this is going to be pretty much useless. What I'm going to do is just do a little scratching, see what we can come up with. Now there's an old piece of pottery. We're nailed. Well, after scratching for a while, we come up with plenty of square nails. Old glass. Looks like part of an old medicine bottle. A piece of leather that is still feels like leather. And that's pretty much it. All the trash is right, you know, within this far of the top, busted up really bad. So to find bottles and such, they got to be underground to survive up here. Otherwise, the winters, they freeze and break. And I can't find the deep targets with this machine. There's just too much stuff. So I think we're going to call it good here. Let's go see if we can catch up with Jeff. I found Jeff. He's over here. He's doing a lot of digging, moving a lot of boulders, and he's killing the nails. I found me a boulder here I'm sitting on. This gravel right in here looks pretty good to me. Looks really good to me because it's in the shade. His is mostly in the sun. But I don't know if this is a throw-up pile here or they just didn't get there yet. But I thought, well, I'm going to give this area a quick look-see because I really like the size and the color of this boulder. Well, just being driven crazy by a target he can't find, I stole his detector and I got me a target right here. Oh, would have to be in a bunch of roots. I'm not sure what the target is. We're gonna check this rock right here, but there's no dirt at all underneath. It's just stacked cobbles. So I know it's not a nugget. It's probably just big piece of iron. Now in a situation like this, normally I would chase this target because it's probably a really cool artifact down deep, but this late in the day, I'm too tired. But I know it's not a nugget because when you have just cobbles only, your only option is gold in one of the cobbles or an iron object down deep. Okay, I got a target here. Now with the Goldmaster, this is a classic hot rock. Here, has a boing sound. That is a classic hot rock on a Goldmaster. Well, I went over the whole area here, found one nail with the Goldmaster. Now I've decided to go back over with the SDC and see if that thing's worth the money I spent on it. Now it is not picking up the hot rock. I got a light target here that the Goldmaster didn't pick up. That's pretty much it. We got one target the Goldmaster didn't pick up. Let's see what it is. What I'm gonna do is check this down lower. Make sure we don't have a target down there. Nope. Then we can just pull our dirt as we dig it up. You just pull it down there. Well, that made it a lot louder. What do you think? It's never the quartz. Nope. That's starting to sound like a nail. Oh, we moved it. I take it you need a metal detector?
No, I'm on break.
All right, it's in my hand. I felt it.
Ah, jeez.
The 22 bullet. Wrong hand. No. Piece of gold. I got gold. Well, that thing's loud for such a tiny piece of gold. I'm gonna have to admit the SDC might be worth the money I paid for it because I got a piece of gold. Let me show you.
Hold on. Wait, you got gold? Hold on. Oh, right there.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
I have my fingers in the way there.
Oh, that's it. That's what gold looks like?
Now, grant you, it's not very big, but today we're not complaining. We're calling it a day because Jeff's tired.
I am tired. That is true.
I'm not tired at all. No, really. Today, I'm the leg king.
I didn't find any lead.
I know.
None.
I got 3 pieces of lead today, 2 pieces of gold, and a penny from the 1800s. So I'm going home a happy camper. I'll see you back at the house. We're back at the house. I just got home from work.
Are you sure? I thought we're still at the...
And look who's here. It's the conglomerate. Crush it, pan it out, and we got that can of sand we're gonna take and pan that out. Okay, in she goes. What a pretty color.
We got gold.
Looks like 2 pieces. One of them is still got some conglomerate on it. Okay, we got nothing to write home about, but there is definitely 2 pieces of gold in there. Okay, we got the can. I'm going to dump the contents out and wash the can off a little bit, get a better idea of the color. Okay, we got it emptied out, and this can is definitely a different color than our original one. So let's find out what was in this one. This is much different than our other can. It had gravel in it, and this actually feels like clay. I mean, it's sticky. Yeah. Okay, I'm gonna go put some clean water in there. Okay, we did get 1 piece of gold out of there, but it's pretty darn small. I guess the moral of the story is here, go for the darker blue cans. They have a lot more gold in them. Okay, well, what do you say we head in the house and do a weigh-in, see how we did on this trip. Got that gold all cleaned up, sitting over by the scale, so let's jump over there and see how we did. Okay, let's see how we did. .75 grams. Didn't make a gram, but hey, I'm okay with that because I think that Indian head penny is pretty cool. Wouldn't you love to know the history behind that? That's the one thing I really enjoy about the hydraulic pits, other than the fact that you just get to spend the day up in the high Sierras. But the thing with the hydraulic pits is you may not always come home with gold, but you pretty much always come home with something. You never know what you're going to find in them. And, you know, old coins, the old can with gold in it, there's always something. I love doing hydraulic pits. Okay, well, the problem we got with the hydraulic pits is the weatherman's saying it's going to be in the mid-90s for the next 3-4 days, and it's too doggone hot out there in that hydraulic pit. So I'm thinking river. So my plan is hit the river tomorrow. So right now, I got to get everything ready. So I'm out of here. You guys have a wonderful day, and I'll see you in the next video. Okay, well, I'm working here. I have sand or whatever. Security. Whoa. Old guy down.
That's gotta go in the video. That's gotta be at the end.